Hey, welcome. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Abs finally got you in,
Finally.
right?
It's been a while.
So tell me a little bit about Cyder Creek. I mean, I love going there. You have amazing. So first, let me tell you something. Great staff, great food, and just a great experience. So that's to the owner, to the guys that are running it, you and your sons.
Well, as much as I appreciate hearing that every time, I love it. But I don't take the credit for that. What I take the credit for is cultivating an experience and an atmosphere with my team. But my team, my staff, my employees, that's what makes Cyder Creek. 100%. I will say that to anybody. I say it to their face all the time, any chance I get, because that place doesn't exist without them.
Right.
So I'm just there, just
It's
making sure the gears
experience.
are moving.
So how long have you guys been there? How long has Cyder Creek been around?
So this is our 28th year
Okay.
in business, which is crazy to think about, a restaurant type. Ken and Susie Jevick, the old owners, they started it back in 1995 out on Highway 46. They moved to this location in Paso 2008, I want to say.
Okay.
And then, of course, I purchased it from Ken and Susie. They wanted to retire. I purchased it in July of 2018.
Now, did you have any restaurant experience or?
No, no, not at all, man. I'm an electrician by trade. I mean, I was a union electrician for 25 years. But one of my first jobs I ever got here when I moved to this county, when I was 18, I worked at a Tascadero market in Delhi.
Okay.
And after about 3 months of working there, I was managing it. And I'm like, I always wanted to have a deli. Like that was just one thing I always wanted to open. So Ken, the old owner, we still do his taxes, and he would come in every year and sit with my wife and do his taxes. And he would joke about buying his business. He'd be like, "Hey, you want to buy my business?" For like 4 years. And my wife's like, "No, I don't want a bakery. What do I want with a bakery?" Well, anyway, he finally did it that 2018 year. And I said, "Hey, let's talk." So long story short, he ended up making me a deal, an offer that I couldn't pass up. So,
but what changed your mind from not knowing what to do with the restaurant to say, let's talk?
I have naturally I have a business mindset. Like I understand what it takes to run a business in general. Like
Mhm.
I always knew, how I needed to treat employees, numbers. I'm a numbers guy. Like it was almost a natural fit that I became a tax accountant, but I love numbers. And to me, it's like a big game of chess, right? And the restaurant industry is just, you run on such thin margins that it's constantly a chess game, basically, of trying to figure out best quality food for the best price. So I went for it, man. We jumped in both feet, and I don't regret any of it. Like we've
Awesome.
improved Cyder Creek over the last few years. Like one of the reasons Ken wanted to sell to me specifically, he had other offers, and he had larger offers. He could have made more money off the deal, but they all wanted to change things. And I sat down with it. I'm like, why would you change something that's been working for 20 plus years? It doesn't make
Right.
sense to me. Anything could always be improved. Like I always am looking for ways to improve that place. And I think we have for the most part, but we still have the original menu, the same stuff that they started back in 1995. We use all the same recipes.
Oh, really?
98% of our stuff is made from scratch. All of our sauces, sandwich sauces, all cookies, all of our baked goods, with the exception of like our croissant. Anything that has like a croissant dough, we don't do in house, just because we don't have the space and the dough sheeter and the process to make croissant dough.
Wow.
So,
Well, I've been trying to like get something different every single time, but I'm a creature of habit, and I always go back. I mean, the salad is just, you have the salad with the apples in it and the dressing on that. It's just delicious. And I can't ever, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get something different. It's like, okay.
That's your go-to.
And I go back to it. And then the
Cyder
sandwiches,
Creek.
I'm trying not to eat like the bread right now.
Yeah.
So like putting together these pictures last night for the video today with those sandwiches, and just, I mean, and I know how good they are because they are delicious sandwiches, and my mouth was just watering.
Yeah. Well, we try to accommodate anybody. Like we have a lot of people that ask us, we have gluten-free stuff. the vegan stuff and all that stuff. And I understand there's all that out there right now. And then the no carb stuff, we try to accommodate anything that we can. Like if we could wrap it in lettuce, we'll wrap it in lettuce for you. We do offer tortilla wraps. Like that's what I eat a lot of tortilla wrap, items there. You could put any sandwich in a wrap, any salad in a wrap. Cause I try to limit my carbs as well, but some of those sandwiches are hard to stay away from.
What's your probably your busiest time? Cause you're open for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
And then you close about what, 4 o'clock?
5 o'clock during the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what do you think is your biggest time, breakfast or lunchtime?
If I could ever figure that out, I'd be ahead of the game, because we never know. We honestly never know when we're going to get busy. Sometimes we'll have the crazy breakfast rush, and it's like, where did this come from? It just comes out of the blue, but I would say typically our deli does. So the business kind of structured where we do about 1/3 of our business with the bakery and 2/3 of the business is the deli. So I would say between the hours of 11 and 2 are probably our busiest time, except for Saturday mornings.
Well, so are you still doing the car?
So misconception there that we do anything.
Right. We
at Cyder Creek don't do anything. We don't promote that event. We don't do anything of it. It's the car club that just shows up every Saturday morning. It's their cars and coffee thing they do there. It's the classic car group, local here in town.
Like Mid-State Cruisers or something like that?
They just found a place and a home. The old owner, Ken, he's a car guy as well. I mean, as well as myself, but he was always into it. He loved it, loved having those guys there. He'd go out and talk with all the guys about their cars. And I try to do the same on Saturdays because, I mean, who doesn't like old, cool cars,
Cars and coffee.
And I love it. I do love the fact that they're there. I really like it when, you see the dads bringing their young kids out and, they come and get their cinnamon roll and then they go out and look at the cars. It's a pretty cool experience,
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
So how did you guys pull through like the shutdown? You guys worked out pretty good, right?
You want the political version? Or you want the real version?
No, we all know the political side of it, but but you guys are, just because of the fact that you guys have a lot of locals and you have that local pool, and then with the service that you guys give, at the restaurant.
We do amazing local support. We always have. Through this thing, whatever we want to call it, the pandemic, we shut down in the beginning, as we were instructed to do. I lost 50% of my sales, sent all my staff home, and we were just running on a skeleton crew, just doing to-go orders, doing everything we could. We did have the first round of that PPP loan money, which I used it to a T the way you're supposed to do it. All my employees got a 40-hour paycheck, even though they were only working 8-10 hours a week. I gave every one of them a 40-hour paycheck for 8 weeks, and I paid my rent for 3 months. So that's how I used all that money. When that money ran out, I said, I'm done. No more. We're opening. And defied all the orders and got amazing support once I did that. And the end of the year, 2020, my sales were only down 10%.
Oh, wow.
So, and that was because of all of our, the customers, the loyal customers that, and did we have our issues? Of course we had our issues, the masking, the no masking,
right.
It was a mess.
Right.
And I put myself in some positions that I probably shouldn't have been in. Had many conversations with people I never wanted to talk to in this county, and had many threats, but
wow. Well, and here you are.
Nobody was going to tell me what to do with my business.
That's awesome. So. And like I said, that's why you probably have the amount of people that you have going there still, and more, finding you. So hopefully we can help, get those other people to find you and come by there and try you out. Cause like I said, the food's amazing.
Yeah.
Food's absolutely amazing. So, but now the next step, so who's the person that handles all the bakery? Because the bakery, it's almost like you don't want to eat any of that stuff because it's so picture perfect. Yeah. Like some of those pies are just.
So my bakery manager has been with the company for 15 years. She's awesome. Angie Cap is her name. I literally could not do that business without her. She gives everything to that business, and uh, some of these recipes are hers. Some of this stuff that we have nowadays has come from hers. All of our new cupcakes that we've added over the last 3-4 years, all hers, all her brainchild. And she comes with me with an idea, and she goes, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this." I say the same thing to her every time. I said, "Be careful." I said, because if you put it out there, people are going to love it, and then they're going to want it all the time. So, and she laughs, and she ends
That's
up
awesome.
doing it anyway because she doesn't know how not to put more things on her plate. But yeah, so then the holidays come around, of course, and then we have limited time to do everything because we're making, 3,000 pies.
That's awesome. And so operations over there. So tell me a little bit about the employees that you have there with Cyder Creek.
So my two boys, Wade and Logan, they're partners in the business with me. They actually bought out. I had a partner that I had to take on when I bought the business. She was already in place as a partner. So she was 20% owner in the business. Long story short, didn't work out. We just didn't really see eye to eye with things. And she ended up taking off. She actually retired. So then at that point, I brought my boys on. My boys wanted to buy out her ownership, her 20%. So we came up with a deal with that. And so my older son, Wade, is the general manager. My younger son, Logan, is the deli manager. And then we have a lot of families that work for us, which is surprisingly, and it's kind of weird how it all worked out. But like my bakery manager, Angie, well, her husband, Chris, works for me too. He's one of our assistant deli managers right now. I have 3 sisters that work for me.
Wow.
I have another set of brothers that work for me. I just have an amazing staff. They're young, but they all mostly get it. Actually just had my newest hire, Gavin Steyer, Brandon's kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's working out great, so it's always a risk who you bring in, especially because I know a lot of people in this town. And, a lot of the times it's, hey, can my son or daughter wants to work for you. I'm leery about doing that because if it doesn't work out, some people don't understand that there's business and personal. And I'm always afraid to lose a friendship or ruin any type of a relationship I have with somebody because their son or daughter didn't work out working for me. So, but no, my staff is amazing. I like I said, I can't say enough about them.
It sounds like it's working out good.
So far, so good. Yeah.
So if nobody's been to Cyder Creek before, I mean, they got to go there. I mean, you have a great menu of options. You have great food selections. You have an inside a dining area, and then you also have that outdoor covered patio that kind of overlooks, Paso area, which is kind of cool too. So it's, for like during the summertime when it's nice outside, you want to sit outside, and it's really, welcoming.
Yeah. A lot of people think that we own the outside tables is common area, but who else is going to use it? Yeah. Yeah. It's actually not part of my lease. But who else is going to use it?
Right.
So we just take it over. We use it every day, and I treat it like it's mine. So, but yeah, no, it's great. Sometimes it does get a little too hot out there, but during the pandemic, of course, we were trying to add seats when our lobby was closed. So we actually added some outdoor tables that used to be indoors. Before they just had the concrete tables out there. Well, I added 4 high tables out there. Well, now those tables are falling apart and I don't know what to do with them. So, but I don't want to lose the seating because we've gotten used to having that extra seating.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, it's a great business. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's awesome.
It's an awesome business. I love the support that I get from the community. I try to, like I said, that balance of trying to keep my prices low by still keeping up with the quality of the product. Like I'm never in the mindset that I'm going to sacrifice quality. I'm going to stay with the same quality ingredients that we use. And if I have to, just charge a little more, but I'm trying to keep it as low as I possibly can as far as my prices. So hopefully people recognize that.
Awesome. Well, Brad, tell us again where you're at. Give us the hours. How can you order online? So give us that information.
So yeah, we're located at excuse me, 205 Oak Hill Road, which is right across from like the Jiffy Lube. It's the Highlands Church Center,
Right next to Kennedy Club.
right next to Kennedy Club Fitness. There, we're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. We're open 7 to 5, and then Saturday we're open 7 to 3, and then Sunday 8 to 3. And we do have online ordering. We have our own online ordering system that you can order ahead on, pay for it online, and just pick up the orders, which a lot of people I don't know are aware of that. But we do get busy during lunch times, and we do have a lot of people sometimes complain about how long it takes during lunchtime. But so we always just offer that, like, hey, order ahead. Save
But you
yourself
can do
some
that
time.
from your website?
You can order. I have an app. You
Okay.
can do it on your phone on an app. You can do it on the website. But yeah, you can order ahead, pay online, and then you get a pickup time. It's ready when you're there to pick up. And then we offer delivery services through WeGo and Grubhub that
Gotcha.
you can order and do delivery. Yeah.
Awesome. Brad,
So,
hey,
yeah.
thanks for coming on and telling
Thanks
us
for
about
having
Cyder
me.
Creek, man. It's like I said, I'm a fan, and I'm going to help push it as much as I can for you.
I appreciate that, Randy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for Brad for coming on with Cyder Creek Bakery in Paso Robles. You guys got to get out there and try that place because they have amazing food. But as always, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors, and we always like to thank them. Escalar Wines, Wine Traveler Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Pillar Real Estate, and 805 Customs, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.